Pareeksha is a 2020 Bollywood drama film written, produced, and directed by Prakash and stars Anil Hussain, Priyanka Bose, and Shubham. The movie is based off of a true story, and yeah, this is based off of an IPS officer who went to Bihar on this Naxal sites and teaches students for IIT JEE courses. This film is based off of that, and to be honest with you, I was planning on watching Gunjan Saxena, the Janhvi Kapoor movie, but I waited so long. I waited till the afternoon, and still it wasn't released on Netflix, even though today, as of this recording, today was the release date. And oddly enough, when I finished watching Pareeksha, it's a movie that I overlooked for some reason. I even had that movie written down on my list, and even then I kind of overlooked the movie. I haven't overlooked French Biryani also, so look out for that review sometime later. Anyhow, I thought this would be a perfect opportunity for me to watch this movie, and I really regret missing this. The odd part is, if this was done in theaters, even then I think most people would have overlooked this movie, because this one really doesn't have that much of a big cast or any of the star kids to make them 100 crores. So I have no doubt that this movie would have been a disaster, or at best a flop at the box office, because of such reasons. But hey, Bollywood has surprised me before. So anyhow, because of the COVID pandemic, this one got released on Z5, and it's one of the best movies that I've seen right now. And the movie deals with the educational system and how it's completely biased. And I've seen this story somewhat before, although this one gives it a fresh kind of story, because I really don't know how this is becoming a trend. This is the third movie that I'm seeing coming up with this trend, where this movie goes full on choked for a few scenes, wherein the main character finds a huge sum of money, and then this his dilemma as to what to do with that much kind of a money. If you don't know, Loot Case was the second movie to experiment on this, and this movie really doesn't go all the way with that, because it's pretty fucking clear what they're going to do with the money. The father has only one dream, and one dream only in this film, and that is to provide his son with the best possible education. And choked storyline kind of goes off in a few scenes. It's there for a little bit, but it did kind of remind me of it. After that, then the second half of the story goes full on Super 30, where if you watch the movie, you'll understand, because this movie is kind of like a combination of the two, with a very fresh perspective to it. I watched this movie with my grandmother, and even she liked the movie, mostly because of the climax. And yeah, I love the climax too, but the performances are awesome. Adil Hussain as the father and Priyanka Bose as the mother, they are the highlights of this movie. By far, they are the best things in the movie. Each of them have their own motivation, while the mother is somewhat a bit more supportive, while the father has this very, well, for some kind of people can term it as kind of unrealistic, but he has this very big dream, that is to provide his son with the best possible education. And according to the movie, Sapphire International School is that best education destination, because in the movie it is said that whoever goes into that school becomes very successful. I kind of get that, because the way the education system works in India is complete bullshit, and this movie kind of showcases that to some degree. And yeah, there are some politics involved, not much, but if you know Prakash, his movies usually have some political or socio-political themes to it, and this movie definitely has that. This movie is mostly about one question, and one question only: how far are you willing to go for your children's education? The movie answers that and gives a very fresh take on it, because I never seen a movie done it like this before. Usually a combination of movies becomes a complete piece of garbage, but I have seen movies which took those concepts and made a very fresh take on it. The only part I didn't like was the technical aspects of it. There were some times in the movie where it was pretty fucking obvious that there was a green screen to there, and I don't know, it just took me off a little bit, where the movie goes all movie had a very consistent flow there, and then suddenly in one scene they're on a green screen and it's very obvious that it's a green screen. I really didn't understand why. And then oftentimes it jump cuts to certain shots like that, similar to how I edit, but if you've seen that in a movie, it feels kind of odd. So even that kind of was a problem in the movie, but all those never really took away from my experience with it. So I say this with a complete bit of joy that I'm going to give Pareeksha a 7 out of 10. It's a great movie, and it's a movie that I have overlooked. I am sorry for that, but you guys should definitely go ahead and watch this. If you haven't already, it's available on Z5. If you haven't paid the monthly subscription, pay for it. It's totally worth the money. And that's all for my review of Pareeksha. Sorry, the review is a bit short. I was actually waiting for a different movie, the Janhvi Kapoor movie, Gunjan Saxena. It is now available, so I will watch it tomorrow and we'll post that review tomorrow. So please be on the lookout for that. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Why not just hit that like button and share this video with your friends. Hit that subscribe button too, and don't forget the bell icon so that I keep you'll be notified of my videos. I'll see you in the next video, which will be of Gunjan Saxena, and I promise next will be Gunjan Saxena. Bye.